Tulefwaya bonse, mama tulefwaya bonse, aticha bonse balefwaya, chingola bonse ilefwaya, apolisi balefwaya, nabasoja balelanda, bayuthi bamwishiba.
Okay, an interesting song there. Somebody sent me this song. You know, these artists who want you know, to listen to their music, to listen to what they can do. So I was just listening to it for the first time. It's basically talking about Chipoka Mulenga, and I got interested in this because President Edgar Lungu was actually there. I think he was there today. I'm sure you have seen those pictures of the PF accident. So people were sending me pictures, and you know, one of the things that they sent me, it's this music. Apparently, you know, Chingola constituency has attracted the attention, has got the attention of the big wigs in PF. But you see, these are some of the things that when some of us were talking before, you thought that we don't know anything and we are just trying to be big mouths. But the situation, what I'm getting, the situation in Chingola, what I'm getting, I don't think, you know, this lady, Miss Kazala, I don't think she'll make it. Chipoka apparently is very much rooted on the ground. He's very much rooted on the ground. And I think he is going to carry the day. But the problem starts with when you nominate or you choose candidate that cannot deliver. You always have problems. I know that song, me playing that song, some people are even thinking, no. Tayali has moved to Aka in the Ichidema. I have not moved to Aka in the Ichidema. But when people send me music like that, I mean, I must listen to it. And I only give you what I'm getting from different places. The way I was telling you about Chipangali, about Petauke Centro, Lumezi, it's basically, I get things from the grounds. And when people tell me, I mean, I bring it out here. But some of you just think that, no, I'm just talking from, I don't stay in those places. I hear from people. And it is important that leaders listen to the people. When you don't listen to the people, you always have a problem. A number of constituencies, this time around, we are going to lose a lot of PF members to either independent or UPND, because PF was not very careful in the way that they selected candidates. And this particular case, now I've gotten the information. You have heard, you know that Chingola is already gone. He's already gone. Because, I mean, this guy, Chipoka, has been on the ground. And I was actually very shocked that Vakambwiri went there to say a lot of things about Chipoka. When Vakambwiri should know Chipoka much better than myself. Me, I knew Chipoka one time when I went to Chingola. You know, I don't remember what I went. That's when I knew Chipoka. And I've known him that, I mean, this is a guy that has been interacting with people. He's on the ground. But you start talking things against the man. It's a pity, really. It's a pity that some of these constituencies, which are supposed to be PF strongholds, are actually going to the UPND. But I think it is a good thing that Chipoka is going to win that seat in Chingola, because we need, in parliament, we need, for us to promote that democracy, we need, you know, if we can manage huge numbers from the opposition. So whichever political party is going to win, I would want we have a situation where, you know, we have about maybe 72 to 75, somewhere, something like that, so that at least the numbers are many. We need to balance it up. So you people, when you are voting, please don't look at the party. Look at the candidate. It's not about, no, because PF has put this one, UPND has put this one. Look at the candidate. Look at the candidate. It is the same situation here in Lusaka. Here in Lusaka, I know some of you by UPN, by PF, you know, are catching feelings and are trying to be against me. But if you really look into yourself, do an introspection, you will agree that certainly among the candidates that we have, I stand a better chance of moving things in Lusaka. So if you are going to deny me your vote because I'm not PF, because I'm not UPND, I think you'll be doing yourself a disservice, because you'll be choosing somebody that will not be able to deliver. You'll be choosing somebody that will not be able to touch the critical issues relating to Lusaka. Similarly, in Chingola, if you don't choose a man like Chipoka Mulenga, you are definitely digging your own grave. I mean, you need a guy like that one. I sympathize with the lady, Miss Kazala, but really, I mean, you can't compare the two, Miss Kazala and Chipoka Mulenga. You can't compare the two. So, the people of Chingola, you have no choice but to vote for a credible person. This is not because it's UPND. I'm not supporting UPND. Nimieva, I'll keep insisting. I am not supporting UPND. I am not supporting PF. I am supporting particular candidates. Here in Lusaka, I've told you. Lusaka Central, I'm supporting Haimbe. When I go to Chawama, I'm supporting Tasira. When I go to Munali, I'm supporting Sipalo. Thomas Sipalo is my man. So those of you who are in Munali, don't look anywhere. Give Sipalo the vote. Sipalo is standing as an independent, but surely you can't compare him to the guys that are there. If they had put Crismo in Munali, I would have gone for Crismo. But PF left out Crismo. For what reason, I don't know. And because they left out Crismo, my MP there is Sipalo. People in Munali vote for Sipalo. People in Chingola vote for Chipoka Mulenga. Where else? Yeah? Mporokoso ni ngufuati na kulia tuntu. But please, mwewa kumporokoso, vote for Mundubile. Mundubile is one of the good men that we have. Is one of the good men that we have. Those are promising leaders that you cannot leave out. So mwewa kumporokoso na papa tamka mvotereko brani Mundubile. Kampiongo muntu sana. I know a lot of you by UPND tema, but vote for Kampiongo. Kampiongo, I mean, as much as he may have his own weaknesses, but I mean, vote for the man. Anyway, the point I'm trying to make is that look at the people. Don't look at the party. Look at the people. Look at who you are voting for. Mwewa kuchingola ninchi bana mingirira bachimingirira lelo. N'abamingirira shinshi kushafumako oku bakambwireko bali bakateka bayisa balefu ati muvotere balaba mayo nami papa tamwe bakuchingola. With due respect to His Excellency, I know he wants his candidate to go through, but you people, you are the one that give power. You need democracy to balance it up. So vote for a man that can deliver. Mwifiko nkerere fyo ba mipere fima ntwanika nenga findalama bashire ama ntwanika na t-shirt baisura no mugodi that people can just go there. Na chimona bantu, I got some videos where people are just going to pick in a mine, in an open pit mine. They have just opened it up for people to go there just because of the elections. Ignore these kind of things. Go and get the ore, sell it, but when it comes to vote, vote for the right person. Vote for Chipoka Mulenga na papata. And I'm insisting on this one because I know how much, resource has been thrown in Chingola. Ndemyewe chishinka. Balaba mayo will not help you. Chipoka Mulenga will save you. Vote for Chipoka Mulenga. Now, having said that, let me go to the presidential. On the presidential, a lot of people have been asking me, who should we vote for? Or who are you voting for? My response to this question, I think some of you even saw one of the interviews that I had. My simple response is that, voting, number one, it's personal. It's personal. Number one, it's personal. What is your experience? What is your experience? What do you think? When you look at PF today, according to you, do you think PF has responded to your interests, to your needs? Do you think PF is okay? Do you think PF has saved you? PF, what has PF done for me? Or what has PF done for this country? Is PF promising? Is PF promising to give me a good life? Is PF promising to give my children a good life? These are the questions that you should be asking yourself. Forget about the regalia that they are giving you. Forget about the money that they are giving you. Go deep down your heart. Go deep down your heart. Ask yourself, is PF serving the interests of this country? Is PF serving my interest? Is PF serving the interests of my children? Do I have a future with PF? If you think that PF really, if these questions that I've asked, if your answers are positive, then go ahead, vote for President Edgar Lungu. Don't hesitate. Vote for President Edgar Lungu. If what I've said, they are positive, you find that the answers are positive, vote for PF. But if those answers are negative, it is time for change then. Then it's time for change. Then vote for change. And when you're talking about change, we have got, is it 15 or 16 candidates, presidential candidates? There are many. Let us not waste our time. If Edgar Lungu is not doing it for you, automatically just go for UPND. Because at the moment, none of these other political parties can win an election today. None of them can win an election. And if we are going to divide votes among so many candidates, we are risking having a rerun. A rerun at this point in time is not good for our country. We don't need a rerun. Let us go in, vote once and for all. And the only way we can do this is by putting our votes on these two, because it will come down to this. Look, if you choose to vote for that one and that one and that, with due respect to all the other presidential candidates, but if we're going to spread the votes, it will still come back to the two-horse race. It will come back to the same thing. Because today you vote for this particular candidate, but if we go for a rerun, only two will come. And it is clear that in a rerun, it can only be President Hakainde Hichilema or President Edgar Chagwa Lungu. That's all. So why should we waste our time? Why should you do trial and error? Do it now. Don't wait for the second drive. It will come back to the same thing. That is what I'm talking about. It will come back to the same thing. You vote for this particular candidate, and that one, and that one, and that one. We spread the votes. At the end of the day, the two will not reach the 51+%. And if they don't reach, then they'll come back. Which will come back to what I'm talking about. So let's make this one the second round. Let's make it the second round. The first and second, we do it once and for all. If Edgar Lungu is not doing it for you, go straight, vote for Hakainde Hichilema. Yes, you say, like I was talking to one of my friends today. He was telling me, no, I have reservations. I'm not happy with Edgar Lungu, but then I'm also not happy with the HH in this and that. The issue is that if Edgar Lungu is not doing it for you, that change will help the situation. Let's give it to Hakainde Hichilema. If Hakainde Hichilema doesn't do well, we have got 2026. We'll kick him out. Let's try something else. Because you cannot just hold on to this to say, okay, no. It's not working, but you keep holding on to it. No, let go. This is not marriage. Marriage, shipikisha club. In marriage, kushipikisha. But in politics, mwana, if indunga tafire bomba, leave it, try something else. And in this instance, try Hakainde Hichilema. And as I'm talking, I am being very careful that I am not uplifting either of the two, because I don't want to campaign for either of the two. I don't want to campaign for Hakainde Hichilema. I don't want to campaign for Edgar Chagwa Lungu. All I'm saying is that, Bwana or Madam, if Edgar Chagwa Lungu is not doing it for you, don't waste your vote in voting for somebody else. You still come back to choose Hakainde Hichilema. So if Edgar Lungu is not working for you, vote for Hakainde Hichilema. And at the end of the day, we will see who has more than the other, who has the 51%. And we should get that person as the president, as the Republican president. I know, I hate, Vamdala was Davis Mirawalan that we have got so many lawyers to petition if we lose. I've not heard anything of petitioning from Hakainde Hichilema. But I want to say this, that please, Ama elections, we win in the field. We don't win them in the court. We don't win them in the court. So those either the PF or UPND, those of you who will lose, please just accept and we move on. Don't start planning for petitions. Don't start planning for petitions. It will just be wasting our time and and causing unnecessary anxiety. Ama politics, FOYAVA. Some people will win, some people will lose. So if you lose, please, let's not waste time. And this I'm saying, either could be PF, either could be UPND. Nami papata. Ama elections, tabawinam court. Ama elections, you win them in the ballot. That's why you win the elections. That's why you win the elections. I know that people are busy saying, no, when we lose, we will go to court. You are wasting our time. And especially if it is coming from the ruling party, I think it is even embarrassing. It is even embarrassing because really, a ruling party should not be thinking of going petitioning an election. They shouldn't be thinking of that. They shouldn't be thinking of that because if you have delivered, you should be confident that you will win landslide. If you have delivered, if the majority people out there believe that President Edgar Chagwa Lungu has done well, like he himself is saying that yes, I've done well, I'm going to win by 500,000. You shouldn't be worried. You shouldn't be talking about petitions. You shouldn't be worried of that. You shouldn't be worried. You should be confident. So, talking about petitions, it's a sign of conceding defeat, knowing that, to Allah loser. That's the way I look at it. That's the way I look at it. So, please, Nami Papata, for the good of this country, if you are patriotic, just accept the results as they will come. Just accept the results as they will come. I am sure, both by UPND and by PF, I'm sure you have got your representatives that will be monitoring the elections. Let them monitor the elections. If there are issues, quickly raise them with ECZ. I am very sure ECZ will be able to rectify whatever issues that will be coming in. So quickly we just declare the elections. We'll be voting on the 12th, 13th, 14th. By 15th, we should be done. Next week, we should be swearing a president. Me, I don't want us to waste time on this one. I think we Zambians, we know what we want. I know what I want. I know who I'm going to vote for between Hakainde Hichilema and Edgar Chagwa Lungu. And don't ask me who are you going to vote for. If you know my experience, if you know where my interests are, you will definitely know who I'm going to vote for. Because politics is nothing but interest. It's nothing but interest. We don't vote for people for them to go and eat. If we're to read chula, that is not the reason. That's not why you are going to vote. When you are going to vote for somebody, you are voting for that person so that he can improve your life. Not ena, aba buino, aikala buino, ambo kumuna, aleve kano kubeka, aleve ngeshima, era imamule ondafie. Why should I vote for a person like that? Why should I vote for a person like that? I want to vote for a person that ngana muvotela. When I vote for that person, na ine nakwata ku uwikalo busuma. Nakwata ku uwikalo busuma. Not na ambo kula chula na wakumunga wefuafo. I cannot vote for a person like that. I cannot vote for a person like that. But mark my words, I'm going to vote and I know who I'm going to vote for. But this is not to say I'm not going to vote for Edgar Lungu, no. If you know, only those who know my life, mwewa ishwa life ya ndi we know for naikala. Kuti mwa, I'm sure you know, you would have no doubt, definitely. Mwa ishva life, and those of you who are my friends, who know my life, you know who I'm going to vote for. And even for you, I don't know who you are going to vote for because I don't know your lives. I don't know your lives. But you know your lives. You know what you are going through. You know how you are enjoying, if you are enjoying, because there are a lot of people that are enjoying. There are a lot of people that are enjoying. There are a lot of people that are driving in these nice roads which PF have made. There are a lot of people that are supplying and doing business, being paid. There are a lot. So me, I might say no, but the next person, so if PF has saved you, if PF has made your life better, please na papa takawa votereni va Edgar Chagwalungu nga life yenu yali babwino yali ya pantanshi nani papa ta mwichitomu fulo kawa votereni va Edgar Lungu, but life yenu nga mulechula muilolesha na kumbiyo votereni akainde ichilema, votereni akainde ichilema. Muyeba, you know, don't say no akainde ichilema this what no. I know I've said things about Hakainde Ichilema. I know I've said things about Hakainde Ichilema. But to be honest with you, it's not as bad. It's not as bad. To be honest with you, it's not as bad. Not that he's perfect. He's not perfect. No. Mungeri is not an angel. He has got his weaknesses. But certainly, is not as bad. Is not as bad. Some of the things that even myself were saying, it's simply, you know, the politics that I was playing at that point. But today, I'm giving you my honest truth from the bottom of my heart. Is not as bad. And I strongly believe he can do well as a leader. He can do well as a leader. He can lead this country. Not that no, kutiateka. So imangana mukwato wafe na va Edgar Lungu. Votere ni Hakainde Ichilema. Aka tuteka fe wino. Ifine va Edgar Lungu vale tuteka. Va Edgar Lungu na va tuteka. Vali tuteka va Edgar Lungu. Vali tuteka. So the way Edgar Lungu has ruled, if Edgar Lungu has ruled, who knew Edgar Lungu would rule a country? Not even himself knew that he can rule the country. But he ruled the country. He's ruling us. Even today is the president. So if he has ruled the country, why can't HH rule us? Why can't HH rule us? Don't listen to Wakambui that yo Tonga what. That is, those are rants of a person who is desperate, a person who has lost his mind because he's desperate. When you are desperate, you lose your mind. Wakambui is desperate, and he cannot deny that. He's desperate financially, he's desperate with the litigations, and when you are desperate, that's what you do. He's desperate. He's desperate. If Wakambui things had gone right, Kuliva UPND, he would have still been at UPND, and he would have been singing praises for Edgar Chagwalungu. Why them put stuff for HH? Didn't Wakambui go to apologize? Wakambui was apologizing. But the very things that he was apologizing, he has gone back talking about them because he's desperate. So don't listen to what Wakambui was saying. I heard him when he was talking in Chingola. And I follow him whenever he's talking. I follow what he says. Don't listen to him. Don't listen to those things that he was talking about, that Chipoka Mulenga. Don't listen to him. Vote for Chipoka Mulenga. Inendemi ewa mweva kuchingola. Nshirepitana mumbali. Vote for Chipoka Mulenga. Kuli tasira nshireranda sana, but tasira na kuchikuntwa nikane kuchawama. Vote for Tasira. Tasira has got, she's dedicated. That's one thing that I like about her. She's dedicated. I'm not saying this because one of our president or anything, no. But she's dedicated. Vote for her. Vote for her. Don't listen to people like Wakambwiri. Na papa tasan. Mwilabo mfira Wakambwiri. Mwilabo mfira Wakambwiri. Wakambwiri, I mean, is a menace in this society. Wakambwiri is a menace in this society. Is a menace. Well, I mean, all the time for Balanda. But really, what it brings out is very wrong. No Hakainde Ichilema, no Hakainde Ichilema, Hakainde Ichilema is just a human being like the rest of us. and I'm sure he can rule. Especially that Hakainde Hichilema has tried so many times. I'm sure, given the chance that Twamuvotera, he will try to do his level best to impress us. He will try to do his level best to impress us. But if we are impressed by what Edgar Lungu is doing, let's go on with Edgar Lungu. Nami papat. Nchileva tiyo mwikawavotera Edgar Lungu. Mweve nefie. Nga mulifia mwinonga fintunga na finyuwa mina. And you know, one good thing about this is that if those who are enjoying in PF are the majority, Edgar Lungu will go through. But if those who are enjoying Muliba PF, they are minority, Edgar Lungu will not go through. This is just what it means. It is very simple. I cannot campaign against Edgar Lungu. Badi njafu wako. Tetimbepe. Edgar Lungu ero vaishire konkera ba berifu. Edgar Lungu badi ndipirire kwendalama. So I'm not going to be like Wakambwiri. Abale tukanomba HH. I'm not going to be like that. Umunove ngali munove. If a person was your friend, even if you differ, you don't have to start now bringing out everything and talk all sorts of bad things. Even if you differ, you must have some respect. You must have some reservation on what you say. At the moment, I don't have a good relationship with our President Edgar Lungu because of, the obvious. But even if I have that kind of situation, I'm not going to, just say the worst on President Edgar Lungu. I will always remain to respect him. I will respect him. I will not come here and start insulting. Wakambwiri was insulting. Edgar Lungu mushivira nsala. What. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. That is not me. Similarly, I cannot say something bad about HH, especially at this point in time. Some of you now, he has even forgiven me over that case that we had. He has withdrawn the case. I was telling you, I haven't just received the documents, but I'll show you the documents when I get the documents. But we have reconciled. This is how a person should be. This is how a person should be. And if you can't appreciate a person like that, and he says, no, Mwacho, and let's sit, let's reconcile. If you can't appreciate a person like this one, then you have a problem. And if I'm going to turn, because some of you are saying, no, ukapiribuka, you will change. You will change. No, I'm not that a fool. I'm not that a fool that I'm going to turn around and say bad things on HH. I'm not going to do that. At the same time, I'm not going to turn around and say bad things on President Edgar Lungu. No, I'm not going to do that. And all I'm asking is that please, Napapat and Deweke Shapo, I'm repeating this, that please, if Edgar Lungu is not doing it for you, choose Hakainde Hichilema. Let Hakainde Hichilema go through one time. Nampapata. If Edgar Lungu is not doing it for you, let Hakainde Hichilema win first time. But if Edgar Lungu is doing it for you, vote for Edgar Lungu and let him go through one time. If we just concentrate on these two leaders, we can avoid a rerun. I'm avoiding a rerun. We don't have money. We'll be wasting time. Some of us are anxious to change things. I am anxious to get into that civic center and start moving on a lot of things. There are people who haven't been paid. Therefore, I am njingiremu office. First, we start looking at how we can clear the areas of the city council. There are a lot of things that needs to be done. We need to start organizing revenue for the city council. So, ndiko anxious, and I don't want to be delayed by Amarirani or Ama court cases. I don't want that. I want us to get into working. If we vote, if we concentrate on these two, we will not have a rerun. Nami papata. If you are many, mwebale ya wino kuli balungu nga muli bengi. Balungu bakawina. But mwebale chula nga muli bengi. Votere ni Hakainde Hichilema akawina. Umuinelesa ewishibe. This is basically what I wanted to say. I am emphasizing that those of you aba kuchingola, because kuchingolo ko naba misansa sana, naba misansa chine. I am saying muyumfuire fileranda abo bayishire mukulandala ndefya kulandanda naba mipere fya kumipera. Votere ni muntu wako bati kutamu iminina. Votere ni muntu wako bati kutamu iminina. Chipoka mulenga kutamu iminina. Chipoka mulenga is able to represent your interests, is able to go in parliament nokumirandirako. So poseni Kofi Amano bane muyumfira fita wachira mieva salenyu muntu akwati kuti amibombera chipoka mulenga kuti amibombera kuna nikane kuchawama shalandesana because Potiphar now aleshako. So let me leave it there for now, but please nampapata, let's not have a rerun. That's basically what I wanted to say today. Please, let's not have a rerun. For Lusaka mayor, don't say no pantu nevo PF, whatever nshamvotere Tayali. Awe nishwamfyenga tapala fona alufyanya kuli wa PF in. Vaediga lungu nshaba tukire. So wimfyenga at your pan chavana wimfyenga. Just vote for me as Lusaka mayor. If you are UPND, no panto Tayali and the party Hakainde Ichilema. You were saying these bad things about Hakainde Ichilema. Hakainde Ichilema has forgiven me. Hakainde Ichilema, as we are talking, we are in good boots, if I could put it that way. And I respect him. So why are you still holding on the grudge? Please drop that grudge. Me and Hakainde Ichilema, we are okay. The consent is an evidence. And it is also showing that Hakainde Ichilema muntu huwa kwa tomutima. Not finally that yo Hakainde Ichilema ta kwa tomutima. Hadi kwa tomutima. Because muntu usha kwa tomutima, a person who is not warm-hearted would not forgive you. But he has forgiven me because he's warm-hearted. So that is all I wanted to say tonight. Please na papata. Focus on Hakainde Ichilema and Edgar Chagwalungu. If Hakainde Ichilema is doing it Edgar Lungu is doing it for you, vote for him. If he's not, vote for Hakainde Ichilema. Good night.